Alrighty, welcome everybody
to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is episode 174. My gosh.
I know, we've done a lot of them. I did the math. We've been doing it for like 2.5 years.
Whew. I'm Bethany. This is Sparky. Who is this again? Cookie. Actually, no, excuse me. This is Wednesday Addams.
Yes, it is.
Can we just bask in the glory?
She's like, I don't want to look at the camera.
This
I know. You did good, Wednesday. You did good.
You're so cute, Wednesday. Yes, you are. All right, guys, we are going to dive right in. Just know that you can put your comments below, your questions below. Please include the age and breed of your puppy. We do want to keep this puppy oriented, so preferably dogs, definitely dogs under
and it
2.
fully changes the type of advice we're going to give you guys.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to go ahead and hand Wednesday over so she doesn't have to wear this too long, but how cute is Wednesday Addams? Here we go. So adorable. All right, guys, we're going to dive right in, and then, of course, we will prioritize your questions in the comments. Okay.
Yep.
What have we got? I got a 6-month-old GSD, German Shepherd dog, for those of you not in the dog lingo. All right, he is crated when I'm not home. He does amazing. However, there's always a but.
There's always a but. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. When he's out, I have training sessions, walks, playtime, fetch, more training, but he will not relax or sleep outside his crate. Ooh, I like this one. No matter how much I do for him, I can't get him to just chill out. I can't get anything done around my house unless he's in crate, which leads to me crating him at all times when I'm trying to do things at home. I feel like I'm over-crating him. Makes me feel bad. What do I do? I don't know how to go about doing this.
6-month-old German Shepherd. This is definitely going to be Bethany's answer. I will give her that. I just had to start talking, so she had to stress out a little bit and worry about the fact that she was going to answer. Go.
No, in fact, that is just like, Rachel, I love this question. Oh, please, can I spend 30 minutes on this one question? Please, please, please. I love it.
Join our online school, and she really will.
Yes, I will,
yes.
Because this is not easy. What you're asking is not easy. Okay, so I adopted a 5-year-old border collie. I know we said no more stories. I adopted a 5-year-old border collie that was the same way. He did not sleep when it was daylight until he became a senior dog. He's like 13 now. But what you can do is teach your dog to go to a spot and stay. And so you listed some commands. I guess I didn't see place in those commands, or maybe I'm just imagining that. Oh, fetch, training. You need to teach place. So you can join our online school. But you can also go to YouTube and type in place with balanced dog training. And balanced dog training just makes sure that we're not going to treat him like a 12-week-old puppy and be like, treat, 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 which is just going to
make him a madhouse of different energy.
Yeah, he might stay, but he's going to be like, I'm staying, I'm waiting for my treat, I'm waiting for the release. No. We want to teach it calmly with leash guidance, maybe some food if he's like pretty focused and settled. Focused, calm, not focused crazy. And so you want to teach place duration. Get a cot. A cot is always easier to teach place duration on, because the next step is, once you do a warm up and he's jumping on no problem, then you are going to use body language, body blocking, to basically teach him how to reset himself, and then how to stay there and settle. Place literally means go to the spot, lay down, and stay. Doesn't mean he's going to be magically calm. That's actually a different conversation, but it will start teaching him the command that your body at least needs to go here and stay. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, so I want to talk about the calm aspect real quick. Let's make sure that you're not over-exercising him. You're not doing too much fun with him. If you're doing fetch, let's make sure that he's got a really solid drop it, and maybe even an out. A 6-month-old dog could start to learn, you can use place for this once he gets good at it. Place, drop the toy. He's not allowed to get off place and get it. Break, he's released to go get the toy. You don't do that every single throw, of course, but you start mixing in some challenges. Fetch is hunting, and so you don't want it to be just dog brings it back, drops it, sits, goes and gets it again. You want to add challenges to that. And let's just make sure that when you're working with him, it's not always fast-paced. It's calm, it's kind of meticulous in the way that you're moving and communicating him more with body language and leash, and probably less verbal if you feel like he's kind of an amped up dog. And I have a challenge for you. I want you to go to your front door, Don't say sit, get in front of your dog, make him get back with your body language. Hopefully you got a nice narrow front doorway. It makes it easier. But basically just wherever the door swivels out, that's your invisible boundary. And he tries to look around you. You block like you're an animal. Block, block, block. Finally, he stops trying to get by you. You take one step back with the expectation he's going to eat up space. You move into him again. Your hips are facing him directly, and you move in again. On leash, of course, for safety. The leash can help you out a little, but it's mainly body language. And that dog is going to, it'll be tough if you haven't done this before, but that dog is going to learn to, even though you open your body up and you go to open the door, not move forward, because he puts one little paw forward, you're at it again. And you're probably going to need to actually bump into him to make him give a little space. I just did this with a Zoom client with a 1-year-old that does high drive fetch and obedience, but can't calm down. And it took 20 minutes, and he was getting auto sit constantly because a well-trained dog, but as soon as he turned his hips, like he was going to go out the door, dog popped up. Unless he said stay, and then the dog was beautiful.
Yeah, but then you have to put him in work mode, and it's not automatic.
It's not calm. Yeah. It's work mode, And so we don't use sit, we don't use stay. Hopefully the dog will sit from being calm and learning to relax on its own. So anyway, just a little, once you can open your hips up and then open the door and the dog doesn't eat up space, then you can go for a walk. And so that's a really great challenge for you to help your dog be calmer.
I got something to add now. I finally thought of something. Sorry, guys, my brain's a little bit sleepy. I'm just getting over being sick. So, all right. I always so in our program, Puppy Academy program, we have 4 lessons in our program. On the 3rd lesson, which is they're just barely past the halfway point of the program, I always ask, how's the jumping, how's the nipping, how's the biting? And usually I get mixed reviews. It's getting a little bit better, but we still have some. How do we stop all of it? I say, I love that. So up until this point in the program, you guys have been learning obedience commands. You've been learning come, sit, down, stay, place, that kind of stuff. That's basic obedience. But when you guys want to stop the energy, you want to teach your dog how to settle without you having to stand over him the whole time, that's what we call impulse control. Yeah. But we use obedience commands to help get impulse control.
Especially with a puppy.
Yeah, it doesn't just develop through obedience. It kind of does. You get a little bit more help throughout it, but you do actually have to do proofing, which is what Bethany just explained, which is finding a situation, putting them in it, and then providing opportunities for failure, but then helping them succeed. Yeah. Like dropping that ball right next to the place caught, but not letting them get it, and then giving them a break when they back off and settle. Yeah. Stuff like that.
And when he says give them a break, he means break, release them to the toy once they have waited for permission. And so you're just using your environment to teach them that. You got to challenge your dogs. If you've got a 6-month-old that's just kind of running roughshod all over you, not that that's what's happening to you, I was just giving that as an example, is you need more challenges for your dog. You need more opportunities to tell them what not to do. Okay, Ashley says, 4-month-old, 16-week Aussiedoodle. Love our Aussiedoodles around here. How do I teach her not to jump up when greeting people and then also playing? Well, I'm going to take the playing one because you don't like to
take the jumping one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so playing fetch is what I'm assuming you're talking about, because you're not going to be playing with your hands or anything. And if you're having issues with your puppy jumping, don't play chase. Wait till they're a little bit older and have more impulse control if you want to do that. So for me, you need to be low on the ground, so get a stool or be on a step or something like that, or get down on the ground if it's a smaller, Aussiedoodle. And you're going to get a tug toy or a ball with a rope on it that's long enough for you to have 2 hands and plenty of room in the middle. I like the toys that don't have any plushy stuff in it. I think they're called plushies or something. What are they?
Skinnies.
They have no stuffing in them.
Skinnies.
You can find them on Amazon.
They're like only the skin of the toy, but nothing inside.
No fluff. Okay. So anyway.
S-K-I-N-E-E-Z. Skinnies.
There's different ones. But anyway. You're going to play with that, right? Play. When you're active, you're moving. But if your puppy is going wild, you need to move more calmly and slowly, okay? That's the biggest thing I see is people do this, and then they accidentally kind of rip it out of the teeth, and then they keep moving it, and they're building drive as the dog's
You're amping your dog up, you're asking for them to go for the hands next.
Yeah, so let them have it for, get a grip, and then move it around slowly. The biggest thing that people do is they're trying to play fetch like standing up or too high up, and they're holding the toy up. Don't hold the toy, and I know this is hard for small dogs and puppies, but do not hold the toy above their spine. So where their spine level is, that's where whatever you need to do, that's where you're playing tug, that's where you're playing fetch. And then even when you teach them drop it, you might angle it up a little because their head can come up a little, but do not pull them off the ground. Just weight them out. We have this really detailed in our online school, just for how the semantics of how we go about doing this with different sizes. But the short version is you just freeze, grab all bits of the toy, let them tug all they want. You can try a piece of food, but a lot of times food will trump the toy and then they won't want to play anymore. But you could try that. But anyway, we just freeze. And the dog gets bored, let's go, good, and we don't pull the toy away, but we're just like redirecting, sit, break, give it to them right again, go, you're active, freeze, but it's really more about your energy, slowing down and not holding the toy too high, and that should help with the jumping. Now, once the dog drops it, and it's mine now, and they jump up on me, I might pop up on my knees or just kind of move in a bit to block, just like I would if he jumped up on me when I was standing up, you know. All right, you want to take the jumping on people?
I want the jumping, yep. You got to interrupt
greeting.
if I start getting repetitive, though.
They did say specifically for greeting people.
All right. I have questions, and obviously maybe you'll respond, maybe you won't. But
16-week-old.
When your dog is approaching a person, how is that person acting towards the dog? Are they showing...
Ashley has the online school. Which section am I looking at that for?
The library.
What video?
The one that says something about fetch.
Proper play with your puppy, I think.
Fetch, tug, and drop it.
There you go.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was proper play with pup. Okay.
I think it is
Sure.
how to play with your puppy.
How to play with your puppy. There's going to be a little description. Tug, fetch, drop.
Anyway, okay, go over
Thank you.
quickly.
All right. I think of a couple things. How is that person greeting your puppy? How are you greeting the person? Where is your puppy when they're next to you? Obviously, all of those questions probably why you're here. So, when I approach someone from a distance, I'm looking at my puppy from 50 feet away from that person. If I'm walking and my puppy's got a decent let's go work, which means they're kind of staying next to me, I'm able to keep them within my range, they're taking food periodically, and then within 30 steps of this human, this person with the dog, whatever they have, my puppy stopped taking food. And I look down, and my puppy's ears are forward, head pointed towards that person, low, like they're excited to go see him, their tail's wagging, their butt's moving.
Alert!
I already see that alertness. I'm already stepping back and doing let's go work away from them because they're not ready for it, guys. Let me just explain what it takes for our dogs here to do that. We spend about 4 to 6 weeks working them to a calm state so they can exist around people who aren't giving them any attention, who aren't even paying attention.
They care about us and what
you
we
hold
have
more
to say.
value. So then eventually from that, then you start doing the walk up, sit, person greets you first, they ask to pet your dog, say hello, you let them smell the hand, and then calmly pet on the chest, or you give them a treat. Have them sit, good treat, and then a gentle pet on the chest, and you're watching your dog's body language all throughout. They start getting more excited, they start pushing more forward. I'm going to choose the end the greeting before the energy skyrockets so I can have a good greeting instead of my dog just jumping on them, me saying no, pulling them away, resetting them, and then losing that moment, gain success from it. But also set up the owners for success too, like the people who want to pet.
Yes.
Hey, keep low energy. My dog's very excited. He will jump. Oh, we don't mind that. I do.
I do.
I'm training my dog to not jump. So please don't let them jump on you. Do it with a smile.
And you don't expect them to do anything, but that way they'll be prepared when you redirect your puppy the moment they jump up. They'll be prepared for it.
Yep. And it's just a calm pet on the chest. Anytime you go above the head, most dogs want to get above the hand. Going above the head, it already amps them up, already gets a little bit of conflict. Not even in a bad way, but it creates overexcitement. So it's all about the neutral greeting. And then already plan on having to kind of pull your puppy away. They're going to get overexcited. It's what they do. But the other person can help them. You can help them, and then you redirect with food when you're done with the greeting.
So she had some follow-up. I figured she was talking about in the house. We typically, we don't want dogs to ever greet strangers out on a walk. We can go into that another time. But
Is it in the house?
Yeah, I figure if most of the time people are saying that, that's what they mean. You're used to people around here that it's just different. It's a different culture.
Dang dog
Yeah, it's a different culture out here. But anyway, it's the same thing in the house, and then the only exception is when when the puppy starts to get excited, tell the owners or tell the people what you're going to do, and be like, I'm not going to let her jump. I'm going to redirect her. So the moment she jumps, no, tug of the leash. Let's go back to place. Get her focused on you again. If she can't focus,
she just said, place.
If she can't focus on you, then she's in crate. She gets a break, and then don't give up. Like, if you really want to work your puppy, you need to bring her out again and work on this again. Do some let's go work, stop and sit food, place, and then break. She can say hi again. And then when she gets too uppity, let's go, place. So for such a young dog, it's not necessarily about like just squashing the no jump. It's about getting her focus on you even when she's excited.
I think indoors is probably 1,000 times easier than outdoors,
and
because you have so many more tools at your disposal.
Yeah.
Place, house, crate, leash, being able to move around furniture to create like a block of what she can see, work her down. So much more valuable, so much easier in the house. And
if it's a guest, I mean, it makes it so much easier to control them. And I'll be honest, I've had friends that don't control their pitch, their high pitch, and don't control their energy. And so it's like, oh, sorry, she gets too wild. If you want to help me train her, this is what I like to do. If you want to help me train her, then I can bring her out. But she gets so excited, and you get so excited, it's just too much. We're trying to train her how to be calmer, and she's just got to stay in her house, which is great.
That is backhanded.
So
it's good though. I like it.
But I've had to do it before. I've had nervous, excited puppies, and I've had a nervous, excited dog, and I've had to do that with some of my friends that just can't control themselves because my puppy's so cute. And so that's how I've been able to work that out. And I've only had one person not be able to control themselves, and so truly the puppy stayed in crate. And that's okay. It's better. It's like kids. You want to set them up for success. You don't want to set them up to keep failing. And so it's the same thing. All right. For me, I just got to talk about one thing that he mentioned. If you guys are out on a walk or you're dealing with someone new coming in the house, meeting your puppy, when he said smell the hand, he did not mean have the person reach their hand out in that traditional way. That's what it sounded like. He did not mean that, I promise. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. It's so important.
It's the reach out. It's the reach out invading their space.
Yeah.
It's more of a low hand, and they have to come up to sniff it.
Well, you don't have to do anything. Open palm is nice. You just kind of squat down and open palm and see if the dog comes into you and looks like they even want anything to do with you. Lots of puppies, especially small breed puppies, don't. Okay.
Remind them of our 4 o'clock private session for online school members.
I would also like to remind you guys that we have a 4 o'clock private Zoom with our online school members, just because this person is part of our online school, and we actually went really in depth. We don't normally.
We usually do that in the online school.
Yeah, we usually do that in the online school, but it was really good information for everybody. So just keep that in mind though, for Ashley and for anybody else who's on here and in the online school. Larissa said something previously. What did she say? Oh, I love this breed. Okay, no stories. Okay. Stay focused. Larissa, 6-month-old, Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever.
That is her brand.
Has very random bursts of aggression. Will bite and growl when it seems nothing has triggered him. The internet says this can't be solved. Any advice? Sorry for the drama. I'm a dramatic person sometimes. Larissa says, to add more to my question, there is no food or toys around. He will come sit next to me. No warning signs. This lady knows what she's talking about. No whale eyes. No guarded body language. I'm guessing that means, what she means by that is no stiffness. But when I reach out to pet, he will snap. Okay, Larissa. Unfortunately.
Let me see. I need to reread that.
There's two bouts.
My brain is still in the first sentence.
Oh, so much aggression these days with puppies. Okay. There's a few things here that I definitely want to help you, but I also kind of want to give you maybe the macro first.
Where did the internet say it can't be solved? That's what I want to know.
And then, it can't, okay. Well, what do you mean? Well, probably other trainers saying you can't fix aggression.
Can't fix it.
What?
I said you can't fix it.
I know.
But you can create coping skills.
That's what I'm trying to get into. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
We should answer her question.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. That's good. That's good. Okay. So, all right. A 6-month-old dog exhibiting these behaviors. I'm not trying to pick on you, Larissa, but even if you've done everything wrong, even if you didn't do any boundaries and you cuddled them too much and you've been letting them get away with everything, even if you've been doing that, a lot of 6-month-olds will not become aggressive. They won't. And so there is some sort of genetic something that's making him predisposed to be more likely to become aggressive in certain circumstances. Hopefully that makes sense. And so it's not all on you, but it's on you as well.
There's
So
usually
it's both.
beginning habits that you develop when you're developing structure for the puppy. It can be really, really tough with a hunting dog, especially because they require everything another dog needs, plus 10 times more because their drive is so high and their expectation of doing stuff is so high.
Or it can be. I mean, honestly,
true.
Nova Scotia's, from my understanding,
just graduated one.
This was 20 years ago. They're not supposed to be super nutty, but I mean, that doesn't mean you can't get a really driven one. But anyway, what you want to really look at is really changing your lifestyle to, I'm sorry, but you need to change your lifestyle to work with this dog. Like, you're going to treat him like he's 2-3 years old. It doesn't matter that he's 6 months old. There is no more furniture. There is crate rotation. There is place duration. There is scheduled training sessions, proper fetch, because fetch is practicing hunting. So you're going to want to do that in a very specific way. You're going to want to do our program or reach out to a trainer to learn how to do fetch at a very high level. Like, it starts easy. You build, drive, and then you learn to control drive. So anyway, there's a lot of things that you're going to have to really get on the ball to do. I would pull affection for a while. Let the affection be the work that you're doing with him, the training, the going out on long leash, the fetch. Like, that should be the affection for 3 to 6 months. I don't know how bad this aggression is on the couch, but I would say just as a safety, 90 days. That's what I normally say for the dogs that I work with that have aggressive issues.
They noticed the food aggression the first day they got him with the breeder.
So yeah, hard. So
breeder.
I second day I would have been on the phone with the breeder and I would have been like, "Excuse me, you got some other puppies?" And that sounds so harsh, guys. I'm really sorry. I know that sounds crazy to some of you, but you got to live with this dog for 12 to 15 years, and you might have kids in and out, or you might just want to just not have a difficult dog. You don't even have to have kids to not want a really difficult dog that might even be above your experience level. But can
you address that one more time? Above your experience level.
Above your experience level, like you've never had any experience with a dog with aggressive behavioral issues outwardly, let alone towards you. It's a whole other playing field, and you will have a totally different life with this dog if you want to have control over this dog. I'll be honest, I would really still have a think about talking with the breeder and seeing what options you have. But if you really, really love this dog and you really want to keep this dog and connect with this dog, you're going to have to consider some of the things that I said. But I mean, I only gave you a nugget. You've got some serious changes to make if you want to have a successful relationship that's safe and everybody's more satisfied.
Thinking back to the question you asked, you mentioned that the internet said he can't be helped. It makes me think that maybe you've done a lot of research online. Have you spoken to a private trainer who does balanced dog training for puppies that have aggression? Because that's probably your next step as well. If you plan on keeping the puppy, I'm going to say that if you do plan on keeping the puppy, you absolutely should not go the route alone. You should absolutely get help from a one-on-one professional balanced dog trainer who works with aggression in puppies. That was a mouthful.
I completely agree.
You could get hurt. You can get seriously hurt by this dog.
Or other people. You're putting other people in danger too.
Correct.
All right, my 10-month-old puppy, again. Man, the aggression, I swear. Okay.
Another one?
Yeah, 10-month-old puppy. It's just, sorry, like you guys, please ask these questions. We do know how to answer them. It just makes me so sad. The aggression in puppies even is just so high. It's getting, every decade it's just worse and worse, and then especially since COVID, it's like through the roof. My 10-month-old puppy will resource guard on his lick mat. Even after the good stuff is gone, trading her for something better, it's like almost impossible. So there's no more lick mat, Sam. And Sam, I'm not trying to discount your question, but this is a very serious issue with not a cute little puppy, but an adolescent dog that's almost an adult dog. So I'm not trying to push you off, I swear, but you need one-on-one help. And in the meantime, you need to pull resources. There are no bones, there are no licky mats, there's nothing fun or cute, not even a dental bone, in my personal opinion. Start working on comfort around like food bowl, which means you are able to have your dog give space from you while you're prepping the food, and then you can put it down, she eats it all up, then redirect her back to place. So if you haven't taught place, where you been? Teach place. And then come back, grab the food bowl, or you can back tie her for safety if you need to, grab the food bowl and put more food in. Like do 3 feeds in one, if she eats 1 cup of food, split it up 3 times. That way she learns like you're the giver of food, not the taker away. Is that gonna fix aggression? Absolutely not. But all those things I said about the boundaries and kind of maybe dividing up food whenever you have time, that is a start. And
Larissa responded back.
Larissa.
We also have another Toller owner that's jumping in the chat too.
Larissa, thanks for the advice. We're working with a trainer. Crate place work. Crate place work is just the basic boundary training. It doesn't tackle any aggression or anything like that. But what it does do is give your dog better expectations, and it can help you build leverage for aggression, for like arousal, running out of crate, things like that. So hopefully they'll go over that with you, because you can use obedience to build leverage with your dog in excited moments that can help, with those aggression moments. But anyway, all right, cool. Just a loss now. Yeah, I know, Larissa. It's really tough situation you're in. I'm so sorry.
I got one.
Okay, we have one more. So choose a good one.
I got one.
Is this
That's
TikTok?
a very good one. I'm on TikTok.
You're on TikTok. Hey, TikTok. I didn't know he was paying attention to you.
Well, it's because they didn't ask many questions.
Howdy.
Oh shoot, they did. Okay.
Sorry, TikTok. What you got?
Ricky, you gotta be on TikTok from now on. All right, this is from, and just because we're already on the topic of this very specific type of dog, we have a 10-week-old Belgian Mal GSD mix. So Belgian Malinois, German Shepherd mix. She refuses to sleep and constantly goes shark mode. Help. This is all you. I had no intention of answering that one.
You picked it.
My brain is so slow. I'm so exhausted, guys, that I'm just gonna find the good questions for Bethany to answer.
I think you're gonna like the one on Instagram that's next.
Maybe I will, but
Okay.
I feel like I'm just so slow right now.
So the 10-week-old Belgian, Albion, I believe. I promise I'm not trying to just like pitch our online school, but and I appreciate you're here asking us a question. I am going to go over this a little bit, but I hope that you really researched the breed and you know that you've got the most driven breed on the market.
And I think they're also the most return breed on the market for unexperienced Mal owners.
They're supposed to bite you. They're supposed to bite the bejesus out of you. And that is what they are bred to do. It's hundreds of years of instincts bred into them. Now, I'm not saying that makes it okay, but I'm just saying that they are such a challenging breed mix that you are going to need to get one-on-one help right away. You could also join our online school where we actually outline, all the steps for you. We talk about biting and you get us one-on-one to kind of, navigate these issues. But I would do, if I am someone getting a Malinois, or any sort of terrier breed, or any sort of driven breed like a border collie, like a herding dog, not only am I doing an online school so I can work at home in something that's really constructive, but I'm also going to be part of a class. And then if I have any issues at all, I'm getting someone in my house right away.
You need to start working on your socialization, group training,
all
private
that
training,
stuff.
whatever you can do.
So anyway, a leash should be on this puppy at all times, as well as a bait bag, a treat pouch with their food in it. You are constantly
Kibble.
Showing them, hopefully it'll work for Kibble. He should within a couple of days of trying to just do Kibble. You are constantly trying to show this puppy the expectations of how to be in the home, but it's such a baby, you can't just stop shark mode. You need to redirect, train, you need to have food on you all the time, and when it gets really bad and it hurts, you need the leash to hold out and away from you just to pacify him for a second, just to get him to calm down, and then redirect with food right away. When your puppy is not crated, that is your life with this dog. And hopefully I've given you something
They've been
to
coined
start with.
Maligator for a reason.
Yep. Yep,
Yep.
exactly. A really quick peace, love, and Andre.
Oh, peace, love, and Andre, welcome back. I recognize that name. He's been with us for a while.
Okay, we're going to do super fast because we're over time, but I saw this and wanted to answer it. They are 8-week-old pitties that she's fostering, 2 of them. Do you crate separately?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my God, yes. And playtime, training time, feeding time separately? Yes. Very little playtime together.
Everything is pretty much separate.
Like 2 to 3 bouts a day, 2 to 3 minutes of them playing with each other. And I would just see how that goes. And if I was non-existent to these puppies, just had no control, I would actually skip it for a few days and then do a little bit one day. And like, just my point is, it should be very minimal. Get them to focus on the humans around them, not each other, so they don't get litter mate syndrome.
Can they be recalled away from each other during a lesser bout of play? You probably won't be able to do it on a greater bout of play.
Oh, listen to this. Our 1-year-old pitty is trained to perfection thanks to you both. Thanks to you.
That's great to hear,
We
though.
just
Love it.
flap our mouths. It's really up to
We do
you
talk a
guys.
lot.
It's really up to you guys, you know, what you do and try to organize this advice and all the research you do. And so that's wonderful. You know, if your dog is good with other puppies, like if you know she's good with puppies, absolutely, it's great for them, but it should be one at a time. Don't do both puppies at the same time. Now, in a month, you know, I probably have a different opinion. If things are going great, you could try both puppies at the same time. But one at a time, short periods of time with your older pitty, assuming the older pitty is good with crazy, bitey terrier puppies.
And make sure you give her breaks.
Yes. All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you same time, same place. Wednesday. Bye.
Oh, I gotta do that.